Frankfurt, 1996. My plane from London was delayed. I came to just any fast uniformed person who happened to be a policeman and asked him, where do I go? Lost in huge airport like Frankfurt. You've been to Frankfurt, I'm sure. It's a massive airport with massive structures, like 70 terminals and so on. And the policeman asked me for the documents, looked at my passport, and took me to what happened to be a jail cell and put me there for 5 hours with no explanation. For simple reason, he did not like my passport. Something that German policeman did not like on my passport. 5 hours, he put me on the plane, but for me, it was a pivotal moment when I said to myself, I need a better document so nobody will judge me for what is written on my passport. Nobody will exercise the force that I will not want to give them. So 25 years later, I am standing here on this stage, helping to people like me then, or like maybe some clients here, who already have or will have that pivotal moment when they realize that second passport is something that they definitely need and they not need to wait any longer. And 25 years later, I am working for what I believe to be the best company in this business, CS Global Partners. And each and every one in our company has their own story of immigration to tell from the top, from our CEO, Micah Rose Emmett, who is a South African dual qualified lawyer. Now she's in London running the company. And Paul Singh, who is an Indian Sikh national, doing the same, director of the company, down to last business development and legal. All of us been through some kind of immigration, some kind of change when we chose to have either residency or citizenship and go to the country that we feel and we know is best for us. We are one of the biggest and largest marketing agencies, which is clearly stated on our website. You can find some referrals and reviews from our happy customers. And you can also see 2 government mandates that are trusted to us to develop, market, and safeguard 2 programs of Caribbean countries, St. Kitts and Nevis and Dominica. And this is what we do. St. Kitts and Nevis was represented here by an extraordinary governmental official, Les Khan, who explained what St. Kitts' program is and where it is going. And Dominica program was fully revamped, rebuilt by CS Global Partners, and now stands for 5 consecutive years best CBI program of the world. And our today's presentation should be dedicated to Dominican particular program and why it is the time to invest. But do we want to hear this, or do we know it all already, that Dominica is one of the best programs that exists for simple reasons? It is one of the most cost-effective programs that is out there. It is one of the quickest programs out there. It is one of the most inclusive programs where you can include parents and grandparents and siblings and children with psychological or any other disabilities into it. And it is one of the programs whose application unit performing brilliantly, even throughout COVID and even throughout hurricanes that they devastated Ireland at some time. They still managed to have the application running at shortest of time by basically forwarding the process into the foreign companies who run the applications for this country. So anything you want to ask me, I'm happy to ask, or shall I just click through presentations? Tell me what you want to hear. Any questions that you have? Tell me. Any questions? Malcolm, your questions I've heard 2 days ago. It was quite a session, I must say. Yes. So basically, what is a citizenship by investment program? It is different to residency by investment. Simple reason, it does not have residency requirements. You don't need to travel there. You don't need even to visit the country. Everything is done remotely. Why second citizenship? Simple reason. Each and every country's passport, one single country's passport, will show its weaknesses at some point. Look at United States, what is happening here, and why do we have this many applications from American citizens for Caribbean passport? Simple reason. Turmoil that is happening in each and every country now, or it will happen in the nearest future, political, economic, whether it is racial or religion. Every one of us know now very clearly that second passport is a plan B, somewhere safe that I can take my family immediately, and nobody, no government will be able to stop me. Even at height of crisis and travel restrictions, governments still open their borders for the citizens of the country. And this is what second citizenship, second passport will give you. Then wealth protection policy, an old saying of not putting eggs into one basket applies here very firmly. We do want to operate in as many jurisdictions as possible. We do not want to deal with one single bank with one restrictive interest and so on. I don't know how many companies out there running within one country's borders. Very few, I should think. We are all international, and we want to travel for business or for leisure at when and where we need to be. Other benefits, as you know, is safety and well-being. Those countries are offering in spades. Safety and well-being. One of our good friends, he says, I never close my car. I don't need to. Where do you go on the island in my car? And Les Khan yesterday mentioned that they have 60 prisoners altogether. This is all their crime. This is how safe those countries are. Well-being, we're not getting any younger. This is a hard truth. We need to retire somewhere. And why can it not be your own tropical paradise? Perfect place for last time vacation, or somewhere safe to raise your children, or do whatever you like to do. Sail, snorkel, or do business. These companies offering business opportunities for simple reason. They need everything, and they welcome business community with their experience and their acumen, and they do have business favorable atmosphere. Whereas we're talking about speed and ease on application, as we all business CBI businessmen here, we know how easy and how quick these applications are processed. And then cost, of course. Cost is one of those decisive factors. $100,000 for Dominican passport, as I said, most cost-effective one out there. Mobility, those countries are working tirelessly to expand the number of countries. Not only that, they're also working to strengthen the communication and strengthen the connection with foreign countries. And tax, of course, tax, favorable region, Dominica, we all know, extremely important at this moment of time. So the lifestyle, we already mentioned a little bit, and I urge absolutely everyone who is here to go to Expo, to the booths of these countries, St. Kitts and Nevis or Dominica, to tell them, or to ask them rather, how did your life change within, let's say, last 20, 30 years when these programs become in place? How do you actually feel that your life is changing, where the money is going? What do you actually do to welcome economic citizens? What kind of life you having over there? And it's better they tell you this than I do. Dominica is a tiny little island, is 450 square kilometers, 71,000 inhabitants by the last census. Mostly predominantly Christian community, English or ex-English colony, English curriculum, English law, Commonwealth of Dominica, A friendly, warm, nature's island, what they call it. It was the last of Caribbean islands to be colonized. 15th century, Christopher Columbus passed this island, could not come to the beach for the rugged beaches and quite a serious how shall I say, shoreline was not exactly easy for those ships at the time to land. And indigenous, interestingly enough, indigenous populations still living here, those who are living there since pre-Columbus era. They do have a tiny airport that accepts flights from Miami directly. It's 2-hour flight, and American Air is going to have 3 flights a week, which I think it's quite a good connection when it comes to traveling. Otherwise, you can travel from other little islands. Local airline performs flights to other islands. Other than that, Dominica is well connected by sailing and shipping, and millions of tourists come to Dominica every year. And this is actually quite a huge boost and considerable pillar for the economy, where they have handled COVID in the way that they started accepting tourists since June last year. And they did not have COVID-related deaths at the time. So needless to say, it is an island on a doorstep of the United States with quite trained and quite skillful workforce. Government invests $100 million each year into sending the best of students of this nation into best universities of UK and United States. What else? Investment options. I don't need to tell you, as they all say, we are business investment professionals here. 100,000 is the main applicant, and independent investment can be done into the real estate and the projects we will discuss a little bit further. And as I say, it is a very family-friendly investment. It's either donation into the fund or real estate. So investment into real estate, as you can see, this particular project is undergoing the construction, and it's going to be a luxury boutique, all-inclusive hotel. Minimum investment is $220,000. Investments like this need to be held in your name for 5 years. The next one is real estate into Cabri's Colette Estate, $250,000. The next one is a Jungle Bay. Everybody knows, it's on everybody's list. We all know about this particular project. The next one is Cabri's Resort and Kempinski Spa. Sanctuary. If you want to invest into eco resort and spa, there is an opportunity with $200,000. Tranquility Beach, Dominica. And the process. We all know this process. Our clients need to choose where exactly, what option they wanted to take, either real estate or direct investment into government fund. CS Global Partners will help our client to make a learned and educated choice. How do they want to go through the process? We will collect the documents, send it off, have it checked by the government. When our client will receive approval letter, we will then receive the money into the government account. And from that moment, from the decision moment to the final, we say conservatively 3 to 6 months. About us, as I say, CS Global Partners is a well-known name. And as I say, in my very strong opinion, it's one of the best companies in the business. We proudly hold the mandates of the government. It says to itself, we are happy to create strong collaboration network. Should you wish to speak to me after, I'm here at my booth. Otherwise, I thank you for your attention. And I wish you all the best and have a great day. My name is Inga Wellings, and I represent Dubai office.